All right, folks, welcome. So I wanted to do a video recap today of myself versus Dan Corl in a best of 5 super match that we had over in Linden, North Carolina today. So first, I guess the particulars. Dan's been in the sport for, I believe, 22 years. Started out as a 155, I believe, and today he was about 215. I've been in the sport for about 15 months, and I weigh 265. So I had the weight advantage, and he had the experience advantage. Now, Dan is a very specialized puller, I would say. He likes to come in and just shoulder press, shoulder roll. And, you know, obviously being only 15 months in, there's no way that I'm going to compete. I don't have the structure, excuse me, or the tendon strength to compete with something like that head on. So obviously I'm going to try to top roll him. And so we're going to go round by round and tell you what I felt, tell you what I saw. I want to thank Nick Johnson. He put on a great event. This is all his doing. He paid for the venue. He brought his table. He called up all the athletes to be there. Ryan Bellinger was there. Damian Slosher was there. Excuse me, Scott. I believe Scott Clemens. I believe that's his last name. Clemens was there. I mean, it was fantastic. Young phenoms were there, like we got Young Levi, I'm not going to butcher his last name, and we have Hunter Welsh, Left-Handed War. You guys will have to search Facebook and all of that for their matches. I'm only bringing you ours. So let's get to it. This is round one. Obviously, I'm the guy on the right on this one in the black shirt. Dan is in the green. So let's get to it. So right away you see that we're jostling for setup and all of that, and I'm trying to take everything I can as far as the load, as far as the back pressure, because back pressure beats speed and he's a lot faster than me. And you could tell right there, you saw his move. He's going to shoulder roll, and I've got to do everything I can to break out of that with a wrist-based pronation into his pinky and little finger. So, you know, now we're going to get the straps applied. And I can fast forward a little bit here. Now Dan is a teammate of mine and actually one of my coaches. So I'm not playing too many games in the straps at all. I'm taking little advantages where I can, but I'm not playing too many games. I'm not trying to cheat him. I'm just trying to get the best I can without actually cheating him. I mean, you can see he loves putting that shoulder forward. Like I said, he's a very specialized puller. So my goal is to pull him out and get him outside of his shoulder. And as you can tell, I just couldn't do it there. All right, so the next video. So again, we're setting up. I'm trying to feel a difference in his hand. I'm trying to, as you can tell, I'm trying to put pressure through his bottom 2 fingers. And I mean, he just slammed me, came over the top, slammed me. There was nothing I can do there. He was just too damn strong. Now, credit to I'm going to pause this real quick. Credit to the Armchair Warrior, otherwise known as Rick Layton. The guy's been pulling for 35 years. And in between rounds here, he looked at me and he said, look, he goes, I understand you have to pull backwards to get out of his hook. I get that. But you have to try to control center. You have to try to get him off his bone line so that you can dominate his hand and wrist effectively. And kudos to him, because, you know, I sat there and I took that advice and I tried my damnedest to implement it and to employ it. So now I'm down 2-0. And like I said, Dan is one of my coaches, my teammate. I love the guy. So it's hard for me to get pissed off at him, but he's getting me there. He's getting me there because I really felt like I had a lane against him. And right now I'm down 2-0 and wondering if there is a lane for me against him. So let's go and see what happens here. And I'm watching this on a separate monitor, obviously, so that's why I'm turning. But yeah, this setup is, real tricky. I'm trying to sit down more on my arm. Yeah, right there, Dan had a Travis Bagent foul. I mean, his elbow was flying. It looked like Jimmy Snuka off the top rope. So they called him on that. But I'm trying to sit down more on my arm so that I can get even more pressure into his hands off the ready go. Now, I'm not overly loading on the setup. But Dan is matching me for everything that I'm doing. It's not like I'm bothering him at all. He's got incredible back pressure. He just has that tightness. So as you tell, we slip. We're going to the straps there. I'm going to fast forward it for you because I believe Damien had a problem with his camera there. Damien's head ref there. So after we get in the straps here, yeah, Damien has a problem with his camera. His camera overheats because, we're all live streaming or filming this. So we're kind of tied up together, and I'm just trying to keep the blood out of my hand. So that's why I keep doing this and relaxing. Plus, by the way, it's 90 degrees. So we were very, very warm. It was taking a lot out of us, and I'm fat. So it was killing me. But so now they told us to get our own grip, and I'm having a little fun with Dan and trying to take as much as I can here. Again, without cheating. It's not like my webbing's going to be like that high or anything. No, I'm just taking little bits. But Dan doesn't care. The way Dan pulls, he doesn't care. There it is right there. The whole crowd just went nuts right there. So, let's watch that again because it's the only one that I got up in the year that I've been pulling. It's the only pin that I actually got on him. So let's watch that again. So as you can tell, I'm sitting back on my arm really hard here. And when we go, I cupped over to center, controlled center just like Rick said, and was able to just cup over his pronation and take him straight down. So I was really happy about that, as you can tell by my reaction. And Dan's a great sport, but now he knew I was in the match. So he had to adjust. So you could tell right here, I'm doing everything I can. All right, good. That look right there, that's when I knew Dan had me going. Because, yeah, I was starting to feel it. So now we're going to put the straps on again. I'm not sure if we just did the straps on this or if we actually... No, okay, so I believe that this was... my apologies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Let's see here. So the fourth round is very interesting. You could tell we're both very... Well, I'm more tired than he is physically. His hand is more tired than mine. But my arm is gassed pretty well. Plus my whole body... I'm really feeling the heat at this point. It was just really draining me. I mean, I'm normally red and I normally sweat, but I was really tired. So there's no doubt I've got to lose the weight. No doubt about it. So now we're going into a ref's grip. And I mean, again, there's no mystery here. Dan knows exactly what I'm going to try to do. I know exactly what Dan's going to try to do. So it's just a matter of who can get to their lane first. If I can get his wrist cracked back and control center, I've got him. If he can get even a little bit supinated and cupped, he's got me. So it's just a matter of who gets to their lane first. And for me, that was a win in itself that I was that much of a threat. Because again, I only started arm wrestling 14 months ago, and Dan was actually my first coach. He's still my teammate and he's still a coach and a mentor to me, but he was actually my first coach. The first time I ever pulled off of arm bet, thank you, Devin Larrett, was Dan. So yeah. All right, here we go. So we're getting set up by Damien. By the way, great job to Damien and Nick and Jamie and all of that for the reffing. They did a really good job. Right here, I take his hand and wrist. Dan got an elbow foul there. I was really feeling it in my arm at that point, but I did take his hand and wrist, but he was very sticky. So here we go. We're going to restart again. So, I mean, right there, I know the camera angle sucks, but I was about an inch and a half off the elbow pad. I'm trying to get comfortable here, but as you can tell, I just don't have the side pressure to continue with him. He secures his cup. He gets his shoulder behind. So now I'm fighting his frame. I'm doing everything I can. And right here, I sink into a king's move. And yes, I purposely elbow fouled to get the restart because I knew I had nothing left. So I was trying to win off the start. That's what you get when you use rules to your advantage. I honestly wish it was running fouls. Yes, I would have lost there, but it is what it is. So here, I'm actually quite impressed that I was able to even hold him a little bit in a hook or put the brakes on him a little bit in a hook because he is just so strong there. So strong. But I knew it. He had the frame behind him. He had everything behind him. It was done. So, you know, hey, kudos to Dan. That was an amazing match. My hat's off to him. I'm proud of myself. It was the first pin that I've ever gotten on him, and I did crack his hand and wrist 2 more times after that. But the man is just, he's good. He's very, very good, and he schooled me today. So kudos to him. Hats off to you, Dan. And again, I want to especially thank Nick Johnson for putting this all on, Rick Layton for all the advice, and check out Armchair Warrior on YouTube. Great channel. He's trying to motivate people with disabilities to get out there and just live life. I mean, Rick is a former multiple national champion arm wrestler, has pulled all the greats. Travis Bajan, John Verzink, Michael Todd. As a matter of fact, he's got a table in his garage, signed by Michael Todd. It's just, the man has been around. He does hunting and fishing and he coaches Little League. And I wish I had his energy. And he's a paraplegic. So, I mean, for him to be able to do all of that is just an inspiration. So yeah, go check out The Armchair Warrior on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe to his channel. Nicholas Johnson, AW, check out his channel. Damian Slosher, Hunter Welsh. Hunter Welsh does some of the best memes in the arm wrestling game right now. Devin Larrett, Michael Todd, Travis Bajan, all of them have called him out. Paul Italia have all called him out for being, just an amazing artist, and he's a hell of an arm wrestler. Coming back from an injury on his right, he snapped his arm, but his left is starting to look really good and strong. They had a war today too. So, yeah, thank you all for being out there, and I look forward to doing it again. I've got a super match coming up June 11th. It's basically the end of a trilogy with me and Robert Black. All things are trending good for me. I think I'm going to do very, very well in this super match. We will see. Time will tell. But, hey, everybody stay strong. God bless you. Stay safe. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks.